So far, we spoke about your needs of visibility when you are an expert specialist, when you are the team leader, and when you are in the talent pool to grow into the board. In this video, we will discuss about your approach to strategic personal communications and visibility management when you are already a member of the board. Now, here is what we need to understand. I see very often women who would like to apply for the board, and the first thing I'm hearing from them is, I'm concerned that when I join a board that is mostly made of men, it will mean I will need to compete with them, and I hate that. I don't want to go there and just become another, player on the field, to be dragged into this kind of locker room talks. And I don't need that in my life. Now, from the experience that I have with clients who are already in the board and who enjoy their sense of purpose in the board, there could nothing be more far away from the truth. Because here is what happens. Executive boards in organization need women, not just to have another football player in the team because someone is missing, but because we need strategic players in that team who come with a different input, with an input that is so powerful, so impressive, and so overreaching that it transforms the energy in which we play that football game. And this is why, before you join the board, there is one thing you need to do, and that is to clarify your purpose, to be crystal clear on why you joined the board and what value, what message comes with you into that board. And then regardless of the kind of a high waves you will need to navigate when you're in the board, your purpose will show you the way. So when you become a member of the board as a woman, it doesn't matter if you cover finance, if you cover HR, if you cover usually the kind of positions that women occupy when they join boards, if you cover sustainability, if you cover digital transformation, you come with a purpose. So instead of starting to compete with your male partners, you actually speak with them from this place of purpose, and you open the field for them to come and join you so you can co-create with them as an executive team the value that your company, the solutions that your company need to move together into a sustainable future. And trust me, your partners need these conversations. I work with men as well, and I so honor their need of the female perspective. When we know how to stay grounded, when we know how to articulate our observations, we are priceless. We are absolutely priceless in the executive team. And we need to, again, be very mindful of how we actually do this so we don't end up either abruptly competing or quiet and silent because we don't know what to say. So when we talk about the strategic issue of visibility management, when you are a member of the board, the true risks are that you will stay quiet, even though the purpose is there and kind of asks to speak through you, or to become so visible that you start being perceived as a threat by your colleagues in the board. Okay? So when you become, how to manage this? When you are too quiet, you need to ask yourself, what is keeping me at bay? What do I need to do? What kind of mindset shifts I need to experience to allow that purpose to speak through me? What would need to happen for me to feel safe to bring that message out there? With whom do I need to have one-on-one conversations? What kind of wisdom do I need to apply? What kind of support do I need? A mentor, a woman mentor, to really gain confidence that what is in me and on top of my tongue deserves to be expressed, deserves to be heard, shared with the world. So if you tend to go quiet in executive meetings, that's the question we need to ask. What kind of impulse do I need on my back, on my shoulders, to allow that purpose to be made heard? Because otherwise, we are missing the chance, we're missing the opportunity. And it is absolutely heartbreaking when we have amazing, inspiring women in executive teams who keep quiet, who keep silent, because they're afraid to make their voices heard. Now, the second extreme is that you do and you make yourself visible, and you go to all these conferences and you speak at all these podcasts and so on and so forth, and you make yourself visible, and you're carried by an amazing sense of purpose. But there could be the risk of your colleagues in the executive board, particularly if the board is male dominated, or men are more in the board. They may perceive you as too boastful, and they may start feeling you as a threat. They may not say it, but it could be there. So then how can you handle this? Because there's nothing wrong with you making yourself visible and sharing the ideas in which you believe that help the company. The question is, do your colleagues know why you do what you do? Right? Do they know what is elevating you, and do they know what's in it for them? If you are mindful and smart and intentional enough to convey your purpose first, not the purpose in general, but the purpose of your visible communications to your colleagues in the board, individually and as an executive team, they will understand what powers you. And they will understand that you don't go out there just to put your name on the map, but you go out there to communicate your company values, to communicate your company, sustainability strategy. And when you do that, you contribute to the health of your organization, which will ultimately have a positive benefit for them. So imagine that you are the new CSO, right? Chief Sustainability Officer, and you go out there to a large conference, Forbes is present, and you start to talk about your investments into sustainability. And there is a venture fund in the room. They listen to you and they're like, oh my God, this company has a lot of potential, and it really has things thought through. And they will come and say, look, I heard that you're looking for funding to put in that project. We're very happy to give this to you, and we're very happy to give it with a wonderful interest rate, which is way lower than what you would get if you go to a bank. How amazing is that? Your finance, team will rejoice. Your research and development team will rejoice. Your supply chain management team will rejoice. Your sales team will rejoice, because you brought the buck home with your mindful, intentional, clear communications. So in order for you not to become a threat, perceived or otherwise, for your colleagues, you need to communicate, tell them why you do the things that you do and what's in it for them. And once you do this, there is no stopping you. Go out there and be as visible as you want, because I'm absolutely convinced that when you do that, you create opportunity for your company that wouldn't exist otherwise. And this is how you will grow together. And this is how you will seed the seeds that are necessary for you to take the next step, which is to become the CEO.